Hey there guys, thanks for clicking on this video, and if you want to support me even further, consider supporting for only $1 a month on Patreon, where you get access to never seen sketches, work in progress sketches, or sketches in general before they're posted to the public. What's up guys, and welcome to the Space Lounge. My name is Metroxix, and welcome to the video. Today, we'll be reviewing Rocket League on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Rocket League is something that if you are my subscriber on YouTube, you know when that game came out, it was like a non-stop thing for me. I had like tons of videos on there. I think I only have one video on it on VidMe, because I just started posting there as of this year, but there is a bunch of content of me playing Rocket League back when it first came out, all the way up until Overwatch, and then that's when the drop in videos declined, but I never stopped playing the game. I've been playing this game for so long that my Overwatch hours played is on par with my hours played in Rocket League. They are literally 1 for 1. About 450 hours each for each game. Now, as you know, like when I stream Rocket League, because I do it a lot actually, even more so nowadays because of the buffs and nerfs to the Overwatch game, just ridiculous. Anyway, you know that I mostly stream the PC version of the game. Well, I recently picked up the Switch version the day before Thanksgiving, and you know, for 20 bucks I don't mind buying that game again. I got it also the same night for the Xbox One for my Mixer viewers who come and show up and they want to play. I got that game, so I could scratch that off the list of Xbox games and Switch games. So if you ever want to play with me, it's mixer.com/Metroxix3C. So if I'm ever playing Rocket League and you want to join, let me know and I'll switch it over. I usually play PC because, I don't know, I just feel a little more at home on PC. I may transition over to Xbox more, but I do have all the cars on that game, by the way. Like, that's mostly why I stay for the PC version. But when it comes to Rocket League on the Switch, this is something I want to get this out of the way first before I forget about it. This is something that I noticed when playing it. Besides frame rate, besides the 720p, just the 720p visuals, which to me, for a portable game, I mean, it's the best you can get on that console. I'm sure, you know, years down the line when portable gaming becomes more and more, if it takes off, things will improve. They may even port it over again, which, again, Minecraft and Rocket League go hand in hand for me. I don't mind buying those games multiple times. The big thing that I was displeased with, it should be a shock. I don't know if anyone, I haven't noticed anyone talking about this. I haven't noticed like the videos on this in particular. The Switch version and all other console versions, you cannot see the cars that you're playing with on the PC version. So to explain what I'm talking about, the Samus gunship car and the Mario MST or whatever they call it, the Sony exclusive cars, which I don't have a PlayStation so I can't really test it, but the Microsoft cars, you know, Switch and Microsoft cars, you cannot see. What I have found, and this is really disheartening for me because I've been a PC player since the game came out, so I always thought it was kind of weird. I never ever saw them playing with like the clown car from the Xbox and shit. I always found that weird. Come to find out, when you're viewing them on the PC, it just swaps it for a car of equal size and mass model. That's all it is. And Brimstone, over on Brimstone's gaming account, pretty much said this best. We're paying for, on the console versions, we're paying for a reskinned, remodded, retextured, with swapped sounds version of the game. If this game is going to be promoted itself as cross-platform play, it needs to be able to show other people what version you're playing. And I'm sure those files are in the PC version of the game, and vice versa. They're just turned off in favor of the alternative model that will appear when that car is selected on your end. I don't think that's right. It should accurately show who's playing what car, regardless of what console you're on. I get it, it's showing competition on another console, but it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, most people buy this to be like, hey, I play on this version, so, you know, if you want to play with me, we can only play local, but I do want to show you how nice this car looks. You know, some people love it to show off their cars, right? And I think that's, you know, really dumb. You should be playing it to play the game. But, you know, say someone wants to bullshit commentary a game live, and they're watching it from the perspective of the PC, you know, or even more so, the Xbox. And, you know, they keep mentioning, you know, the clown car is the one I keep thinking of for one of the exclusive cars for the other consoles, right? But on my end, if I were to commentary, you know, someone was playing with the Mario car, you know, here comes Mario going in for the goal. Well, I'm not gonna know. Here's, you know, Death Clown or whatever the fuck. I don't know what their name is. You know, it makes no sense. And this is just one ridiculous example. Now, to get into the overall specs of the game, yeah, it runs at 720p both in docked and in handheld mode, which isn't a big deal for me. In handheld mode, it looks amazing. Like, I mean, you could tell it's obviously not the PC port. I mean, if I were part of the PC Master Race, I don't think I would own a Switch, let alone an Xbox One. So let's keep it real here. 720p is perfectly fine. It's playable. To some people, it's unplayable. You know, I'm not gonna name any names. I mean, a few people that I know say it's unplayable based on how it looks. It's all pixely. I disagree. And it's mostly, and hear me out, I disagree mostly with those naysayers because I have played the PC so long that every map is ingrained in my brain that I know where I'm going. So even in times where the dynamic resolution is filtering itself, dropping itself, raising itself, I know where the ball is, who and what color of this and that. Like, I have the thing turned on. In the footage, you'll see I have it to where names are turned on for the Switch version. And I think it's by default. I don't know if I can turn that off or on or not. But at least I believe. I haven't played in a couple days, but I have it to where I can see things. So, and I like to look and see where the cars are from afar. So in the PC version, I usually have the triangle telling me who's where and where on the map if they're far away. Because sometimes when I'm goaling, you know, I need to know where they are, and if they hit the ball, I need to see who's in that position so I know who probably flew up and hit the ball. For 720p in handheld mode, you know, for some people, handheld mode might strain your eyes. I recommend putting it on a display. For you guys who love the game but feel as if handheld is too tiny, I get the concern, right? But for me, both versions of play were perfectly fine for me. One of the things that I noticed is while it can hit 60 FPS when playing in two-player split screen mode, and Brimstone has joked about this, saying that they share 30 frames each side. That's not true. It's 60 frames across the board. It does dip a little, but given the hybrid nature of the Switch, did you honestly expect it to hold a candle to the PC? When playing in two-player split screen mode on the Switch, it will dip because it's having, I believe it's having to render two cars on one machine from the same machine, not rendering one car and then rendering the visual of another car while controlling the assets from another car to the server. If you get what I'm saying. Like, okay, playing in two-player mode, having two cars split between one Joy-Con each, having to calculate both cars at the same time from console to server, that strains the console a little bit, which ends up causing the dynamic filter to drop a little more than usual when you're by yourself. I noticed that as well. But overall, to me, it's still playable. I mean, yes, there are times where, you know, you could tell it's the server fucking with you, like lag and shit, but the frame skips when it's have to handle 2 cards at once. I mean, it's bearable. It's not unplayable. Like all you, I wanna get in about another topic, but this is about Rocket League. But I will say that I did do a rant about Rocket League and Doom and frame rate and shit like that. I'm debating on posting that. I'm getting off topic. I'm talking about multiple things at once, but this should be expected from a video from me. The Samus car, even at a 720p display, the 720p, it looks amazing. I like it. I like the car. I mostly bought that game not only to have that version on the Switch, to take it with me, to bring it over to Shane's place, or if I go back home, to bring it over and play a round or two with my sister when I go home, or my brother, because me and my brother play Rocket League religiously, believe. Like he hasn't played the game in a while, but me and him play when he would come over to the house. Me and him would play that, like, as if that was our sports game. That was our NFL. I think if you're buying this to have fun, definitely get it. If you're buying, if you're looking for Rocket League on the go, you're still not sold on the Switch. I mean, if you really want Rocket League on the go and you've played the other console versions, you know, this game, I would buy it. I would buy the Switch for it, you know. Like, Rocket League is one of those games that, for me, if I would have known that it was one of the first games in the opening month of the Switch library, instead of it being like late into the 7 months later, I would have probably bought that alongside Breath of the Wild. Rocket League is that good of a game to me. Now, I mean, there's not much to talk about. I mean, Rocket League reviews have been done to death. At this point, it's more of a rant, ramble, and thoughts and impressions more than a review. I mean, if we want to go back into the review side of things, it handles like Rocket League. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, flying is always difficult for me, but flying feels just the same, even with a digital button press Joy-Con. Now, I did order, not the Pro Controller, but the Zelda, what was it? The Zelda Wired, Pro, what was it? I can't remember. It's on my Amazon. It's that Zelda, something Plus controller with the swappable sticks and stuff. That's wired and everything, with the Breath of the Wild all in the front with the gold D-pad and stuff like that. I'm sure if you look it up, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's all over Amazon. I bought that. I don't know if it'll have digital triggers. I've been trying to look at reviews. Everybody just talks about it. I'll figure it out for myself at this point. I don't have time to search the internet for days on end to get nowhere. But, you know, graphically wise, I know that stuff was turned down in the game. I could tell, you know. Flags obviously aren't moving in this game. I mean, there is no anti-aliasing. I mean, I used to play Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on purpose with no anti-aliasing, just for shits and giggles. I know what no anti-aliasing looks like, and it doesn't bother me at all. Pixels do not bother me because I came from the tail end of the generation of the bit era. We're talking Super Metroid, Mario Land, Mario Advanced, like all those. Game Boy, Super NES, just all that. Pixels are no stranger to me. I purposely zoom into my artwork to see pixels to get that great level of detail because I just love pixels that much. So pixels are not a factor for me. If they are for you, it's something to think about. You know, this resolution is something to think about. Frame rate, I could say, is not a. It is a solid 60 FPS. I mean, but I mean, it's a console. It's a computing device. Nothing's perfect. Not even your rig is perfect. Right? It will dip. Even the PC version dips frames sometimes. That's mostly due to server errors, trying to position you and stuff like that, it will skip about. That's just Rocket League in general. If you play the PC version of Rocket League, and I can't stress this enough, you'll fit in if you're in it just for the experience. So I think that's all I can say. I mean, like I said, if you want an in-depth review of Rocket League, I'm not the guy for you. I'm just a fan of the game. It's an amazing game for me. That's all I can really say. But I'm starting to slip into a ramble. I'm catching myself on it right now. I need to get out of it and in this video. I hope you like this. I don't really do reviews that much. I do rants a lot. I do rambles a lot. I hope you like me sharing my thoughts on the Switch version. I know it wasn't much because I went off on multiple different tangents. I'm sorry. I probably should write this stuff down, but I don't because I just don't like how I sound when I write a script. This is Metrox63C signing out, and keep your tails wagging.